So Suarez said in an interview today that him and Messi tried to convince Neymar to stay at Barcelona, and for me, this is the biggest what if in the sport. And Suarez also said that if Neymar had stayed at Barcelona, then he would have won a Ballon d'Or for sure, and I think a lot of us agree with that. Still, I think he's the third best player of our generation, but for the player that he was, he should have achieved so much more, and honestly, he could have ended his career close to the levels of Messi and Ronaldo. At this point in his career, it was almost a guarantee that he was going to end up being the best player in the world at some point in his career. And at this point, you knew he was going to go down in history, and I think he's still going to get a lot of praise, but not as much as he should have. He was, 26 years old when he left Barcelona, and it just went downhill from there. I remember when Neymar tweeted out that cicada picture with him and Neymar, and I thought for sure he was going to stay. I did not think he was going to leave Barcelona. Because who at the peak of their career would leave Barcelona and go to PSG? I think it was Gary Lineker that tweeted out at Neymar and said there's only one direction to go from Barcelona, and it's backwards. And of course, he was right. Even though he was incredible in his first few seasons at PSG, it just didn't matter what he did in the league. And in the Champions League, they obviously just couldn't win it. Of course, now he just got injured. He's going to be out for a year, but I hope we get to see him at the top level, at least with Brazil. Obviously, his move hurt Barcelona, and they still haven't been able to replace him. Basically spent his transfer money on Coutinho and Dembele, and they were never able to have the influence that Neymar had. For how good he was at the beginning of his career, he should have ended in all-time debates, but I feel like people aren't going to see him in those conversations, sadly. Some people have been comparing Neymar and Mbappe, and I think Neymar is a better player 100%. I just hope he comes back healthy and at some point in his career has a chance to win something with Brazil.